everybody, it's your man Random Man, definitelyamazing.com. We're on the road. Now it's time for a new What is Sexy Week, and what a great way to start it off with a person who knows a little thing or two when it comes to the erotica.
Yes.
So, say hello, Abigail.
Hello.
I'm gonna get right into it.
Alright.
Since you know a thing or two about erotica, you can tell the people why you know a thing or two about erotica first.
Well, I am the author of The Darker Side of Lust.
Woo!
It's a collection of erotic short stories, 16 of them. And before I even wrote that, I used to participate a lot in Urban Erotica, which was a showcase, a monthly showcase. I produced 2 of those shows. And since writing that book, I've shared a lot of that work at showcases as well. You know, doing my readings. I've also gotten into photography on both ends as model and photographer in nude arts, but also erotic arts.
What was once taboo, erotica has now become more mainstream. Speaking of 50 Shades of Grey, I mean, I don't know a woman right now that doesn't really have that either on her to-read list,
Right.
or has already read all 3, which I know a lot of them have already read all 3. So, I gotta ask you,
Okay.
what do you think attributed to the rise in popularity of erotica?
Like you said, it used to be taboo, and we're running out of taboos. It's just one of those things. It's always been there. It's always been a subculture of people who are always comfortable with it, but now it's just becoming more mainstream because everything else is so normal now. So what's the next step? What's, you know, what doesn't everyone know, or what could possibly make some people uncomfortable, which is also a good selling point for some people. So I think that's what it is. It's not necessarily taboo, like I said, because it's always been there, but it's just now, okay, let's make it mainstream, see if it'll catch on. And for those who are totally new to certain taboo subjects, it's very exciting for them. That they get to enjoy it and learn it in the privacy of their homes, on their little Kindles or whatever, and they kind of still feel naughty about it. We all have that little side to us that we want to keep secret. It's about sex, which is all natural. Most of us enjoy sex. So that's why it works. That's why it sells.
Do you believe that erotica is more accepted in other race communities rather than African American communities?
I think they're accepted more.
Yeah.
Accepted. See, that question, or maybe the word, I don't know if it's an exception, if it's accepted more, or if it's just expressed more by them.
I like that. I like that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Because even recently, I've done a shoot involving kink, and the dom is black. And in that subculture, you do have a lot of African-American doms, African-American subs. So I don't know. That I would have to do like a poll or something. Maybe that's a project I need to work on. Do a poll.
Cool. I'm down with the poll.
I think it's a difference between, is it accepted or is it expressed? Yeah, because like I said, everyone does whatever they do behind closed doors. So it's a matter of who's willing to say, yeah, I do it. Yeah.
Okay, DA audience, that would be up for you people to definitely write up about. I like that. I have to ask, is there any topic in photography and in writing that you haven't embarked on yet that you would like to in the future?
Topic. Well, the project I originally got into photography, and I say that because this was after I had my first show, but I had my show with a camera phone, so I had to get a real camera. So when I got that camera from a friend, actually, I was supposed to do a portrait series showing the emotions of black men, because I was noticing that black men were always portrayed in images, always real hard, always like real serious, or they look like they're ready to fight or something. So I wanted to capture just very stark portraits of different emotions. Could be happy, they want to cry. I'm sure I would have captured some anger, but that was the main topic. I love to see people, see their emotions, capture those kinds of images. So I think as far as topic-wise, there's probably some sort of emotion I haven't gotten out of my subjects that I'm really like maybe not even sure that I want it until I see it. But that was one project that is still on my to-do list. I haven't abandoned it. I just got a little sidetracked with the news, the male news kind of took off, so I'm focusing on that. And my event coverages tend to, what's the word I'm looking for? I tend to get a lot of photo essays out of those. Same thing, the emotions of people, how they interact with each other, and just those candid moments when they don't know they're being watched. So I think
that's what I love about photography.
Yeah, it's like you just capture that moment.
You guys have what can a reader expect to learn from reading your book?
Expect to learn that there is erotic elements, there are sensual elements in just about anything. I think that's the biggest thing they'll probably take away from it. And they may realize, oh, I've been through that too. And again, maybe they thought it was wrong to feel turned on in a particular moment, but yeah, that takes away the taboo of it. It happens. So I think that might be the biggest thing to take away from it. You'll find eroticism everywhere. It's all around.
Cool. All right. So, Random Man Game Time. Woo! Love it. Random Man Game Time. I could think of nothing better than to do a game in which I give you a song and you tell me what you think is sexy about that song, or what the first thing that pops in your mind when you think about that song.
Okay.
So, we're gonna start with a video that we're gonna start with a song and video that when the video came out, men weren't the biggest supporters of this video, but women loved it.
Okay.
How Does It Feel by D'Angelo. First thing that popped in your mind when you first saw the video.
I first saw the video. First thing popped in my mind, visually, it was a tease. I think that's the first thing when I think back to the video. A tease. And I do, even now when I still watch it, I'm always kind of, I get closest to my screen, I was thinking I can look down and they'll see a little more. So, the camera work is great. Like I said, it's a great tease.
Great
tease. Don't see in that it works. And the song, I just love the song. And that climax of the song.
Anytime, any place, Janet Jackson.
Yeah. I can relate to that song, I guess you can say. Just the lyrics. That's it. There are some people that do it to you, and you will drop whatever it is, anytime, any place for them. Yeah.
I like that.
I think we've all met that person, hopefully at some point in our lives. Like, yeah. That match was like anytime, any place.
Woo, okay. R. Kelly's You Remind Me of My Jeep.
That one wasn't, to me, it wasn't one of his better songs.
A lot of people don't think that.
You remind me of my Jeep? No.
You didn't want to be reminded of anybody's Jeep?
No. I don't know what that was. I guess we all have our moments, so we're just kind of playing around when we're creating and trying to try something new. For me, it didn't. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Okay, that was a nice little segment of Random Man Game. And one thing I think that would definitely express helping in couples relationships would be exploring their fantasies. Do you agree?
Yes.
And why do you think that couples should explore their fantasies more often?
Yeah, well, see, to even get to that point, communication has to be there. So that's part of the issue. I don't want to say problem, but communication has to be there, and the trust. Because some people, like we discussed earlier, with the 56 Gray and the kink and the bondage, more people are probably into it than they're willing to admit, and they just don't trust someone else to tie them up. Like, because you have to relinquish a lot of power to this person. So it's a matter of trust, communication. Yes, we should discuss it because then you'll be happy. Why not fulfill a fantasy? And then from there you can maybe expand on it. Or maybe you realize you've been holding on to this dream and it wasn't that enjoyable, or just learn something about yourself, you learn something about the other person. So I think that couples should explore their fantasies, definitely. But we have to have an environment of trust, communication. Don't push someone if they're not into it,
Who are some of the DA ladies in your life who have inspired you to be definitely amazing in everything that you do?
Past and present?
Past and present. I love her thinking pose.
Look, I gotta make sure you don't forget anyone, and it's like, oh no, here we go. Well, I would say presently, because of the I guess the artistic leaning, and I want to make a life out of the art and everything. Man, I gotta list people. Well, definitely Tasty Quiche.
Woo!
Definitely
That's tasty.
Quiche. Yes, she's definitely a personality. She's a brand, so I need to get to that level. Just yesterday, I had a chart reading with Mecca Woods. So I like what she's doing with the art, and she had a film. She was in Cannes last year. I think anyone who's doing something with the travel and their art, making a name for themselves with the art, traveling with their art. Abigail Ekue, because she's a personality and she's a writer. It's another thing, making the money, making a living.
Who I also follow on Twitter.
She's another one who gave me an opportunity. I was at one of her events. I read at one of her events, and she was doing Kiss and Tell. She's been a good supporter. She's also given me photography opportunities to cover some of her events. Aura Dynamo, model and a dom, and she's very, what's the word I'm going to say, trailblazing, because you don't see many who are into kink, African American, and just does what she wants to do. It's just kind of that attitude where it's, this is what I've been put here to do, so I'm going to do it.
Cool. Well, this was lovely. And I can't end this interview without, number one, first thanking you for this interview.
Thank you for asking.
This is a beautiful interview. I think that everybody should have once in their life asked that question to themselves, what is sexy? So I am glad that we are doing this. I'm glad that I got you on the site, to kind of premiere this whole thing. So I can't wait to get this up.
Confidence is sexy,
Love that, love that.
Yeah.
Cool. So one of the things I have to ask, because I wouldn't be random man if I didn't ask.
Okay.
What makes Abigail definitely amazing? People never know this is coming. No, and that's people that even go to my site on it frequently. They never know this question is coming. I love when I catch people off guard with it.
Well, I guess my willingness to do things like this, right, my willingness or my ability to put people at ease so that they're willing to try things that are considered taboo, something they've never done before. Definitely amazing. My words, or the power of my words, what I can, my stories I can tell, as they say, pictures you paint with your words, how I informed my words. The confidence, the strength. All that makes me amazing.
I like it. Well, like I said, everybody, this was a pleasure. It's your man, Random Man. I'm here with the lovely Miss Abigail.